At that point, we're gonna take it off the heat. It's not what I wanted to say. Hi, I am Chef Tim, and this week on the island we are making honey-baked turkey pot pies. Ham fam, it's pot pie season, one of my favorite times of the year, and today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious and comforting honey-baked turkey pot pies, each one loaded with your favorite vegetables, loads of honey-baked turkey, and then topped with a flaky, delicious puff pastry. Let me show you how to make one. For this recipe, you will need puff pastry, some flour, butter, onions and celery, peas, pimentos, and carrots, some cream or half and half and white wine, chicken stock, salt, pepper, and thyme, and of course, honey-baked turkey. Okay guys, so to begin, we're gonna make a roux. For those of you unfamiliar with a roux is when you combine butter and flour in a pan and cook it. You can either cook it a little bit and create a blonde roux, or you can cook it a lot and create a dark roux. We would like to make a blonde roux today, so a lightly colored roux. You're gonna start by dumping your stick of butter into the pan and warming that up over medium heat. Once it starts bubbling, you're gonna slowly add your flour and whisk the entire time, making sure that you do not have any lumps. Cook it for about 5 minutes. The color of the roux should be like a nutty blonde color. You don't want it to get too dark. So let's begin with that. Okay guys, the roux is done, looks and smells awesome. Moving on to the next step, we are going to keep the roux over medium heat. We're gonna dump our celery in there, our onions and our carrots, stir everything together, and we're gonna cook that for about 5 minutes or so, stirring pretty regularly, just until the carrots and the celery start to soften a little bit. Okay guys, so the veggies are about cooked. Things are starting to soften up nicely. Next step, we're gonna dump our chicken stock, our white wine, and our cream into the pan. We're gonna stir everything together so that it's combined, and then you're gonna bring the contents of the pot up to a boil. Once you hit a boil, turn off the heat, and then we're gonna dump in the rest of our ingredients, your frozen peas, your chopped pimentos, salt, pepper, thyme, and of course, the honey-baked turkey. Okay guys, next step. Start by preheating your oven to 425 degrees. It's gonna take a while for it to get that hot, so let's get that going now. And now we're gonna fill our dishes and top them with our puff pastry. You have two options really when making a pot pie. You can go with the individual size, which I like to do, I just think it's fun, or a large casserole dish if you've got a big family, maybe your best route. So fill your dish about a ½ inch off the top because it's gonna expand and bubble, so you don't want it to completely overflow. Fill those dishes to about a ½ inch off the top and then top them with your puff pastry. If you're using a large casserole dish, you can just lay your puff pastry right on top of that. For these small individual dishes, cut them into squares equally sized and then place those squares on top of the individual dishes. Once this is completed, slide them into the oven and cook for 20 to 25 minutes. The puff pastries are gonna puff up real nice, imagine that, and turn to a gorgeous golden brown color. That's when you know they'll be done. Guys, that's it. That's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoy making these and of course eating them. We'll see you next time.